Learning to use the HP65. This second video program takes a closer look at the built-in functions. Use this videotape in the way that best suits your learning pace. Stop, start, rewind when you choose to, and please remember to do the problems. By this time, you've discovered most of the functions built into the HP65. And know that to activate them, you press a prefix key, F, F inverse, or G. If you press a prefix key by mistake, including store or recall, you can clear it by pressing Clear Prefix. First, let's look at functions involving angles. The HP65 can operate in any one of three angular modes: degrees, radians, or grads. You choose the angular mode by pressing the G key, and then one of the angle mode keys. These are not angle conversion functions, but indicate to the HP65 which units to work in. For example, to find the sine of pi over 4 in radians, we press G, then radians. Now compute the angle. That's pi over 4. F, sine, gives the answer. On the other hand, if we prefer grads, units common in Europe, set the mode, then for sine of 50 grads, key in the angle. Press F, sine, for the answer. When you switch on the HP65, the angular mode is automatically set to degrees. The mode stays set until you change it. The inverse trigonometric functions are performed by pressing the F inverse key. Depending on the angular mode setting, your answer is in degrees, radians, or grads. Let's return to degree mode and compute the arc sine of 0.707. 45 degrees. Angle conversions between the three modes of angle measurement are made with this key. Whatever the angle mode, by pressing F and this key, the HP65 converts the decimal angle in that mode to degrees, minutes, and seconds. The format for displaying degrees, minutes, and seconds is this. The 5 digits before the decimal are whole degrees. The first two after the decimal are minutes, and the last 2 digits are seconds. So the display should be set to display 0.4. Let's convert 20.875 decimal degrees to degrees, minutes, seconds. Set the mode. Key in the angle. Press F, then press to degrees, minutes, seconds. The display reads 20 degrees, 52 minutes, 30 seconds. The inverse of this function converts from degrees, minutes, seconds back to decimal degrees. Let's convert this degree measurement to its radian equivalent. First, we go to degrees, minutes, seconds. Then change the angle mode to radians. Then convert from degrees, minutes, seconds to the angle in radians. Use this procedure to find how many grads there are in 1 radian. And how many degrees are there in 1 radian. One radian is 57 degrees, 17 minutes, and 45 seconds. Or this many grads. Or this many decimal degrees. With the HP65, we can add and subtract degrees, minutes, and seconds, or hours, minutes, and seconds. Quite convenient for computing elapsed time. Or in surveying, suppose we have a line C whose azimuth angle is 36 degrees, 14 minutes, and 21 seconds, and a line D with a deflection angle from C of 29 degrees, 52 minutes, and 17 seconds. Add these two angles to find the azimuth angle of the line D. After keying the angles in, press F. Degrees, minutes, seconds, add. The azimuth angle of the line D is 66 degrees, 6 minutes, 38 seconds. There are two more conversion functions. In the rectangular coordinate system, a point is labeled according to its distance to the y and x axes. In the polar coordinate system, a point is labeled according to its distance to the origin and an angle. The HP65 converts between these coordinate systems with the rectangular to polar key. Put the y coordinate in the y register and the x coordinate in the x register. Press F, rectangular to polar, and read the distance coordinate in the x register, and read the angle coordinate in the y register. For conversion the other way, use the F inverse key. Once again, the angle mode can be set to whatever units you find convenient. The other conversion function is decimal to octal. Computers and computer programmers like to work with base 8 numbers rather than the conventional base 10 numbers. To convert 65 to its base 8 representation, press F, then press to octal. 101 in base 8. Most of the gold functions on the keyboard and their inverses are easy to recognize, and you're probably using them already. The remaining gold function is the integer function. Pressing F and then integer truncates a positive or negative number. Using F inverse and this key gives the fractional part of a number. The only gold operations left to mention are these. They're for setting and testing flags and are used only in writing and running programs. Now, let's look at the blue G functions on the front surface of the keys. The ones that are not program control functions you've probably discovered yourself. The uppermost blue functions are the relational operators. They are used only in programming. Next are the angle mode keys and G delete, a program editing function. Then we have stack manipulation. In the next row are the reciprocal of x, y to the x, and absolute value functions. The real usefulness of this last function comes in programming. Then we have no-op, a programming function, the constant pi, and n factorial, a function useful in probability and combinatorial calculations. Finally, in the bottom row we find last x and the decrement skip on 0 key, another programming function. The built-in functions of the HP65 give you tremendous computing power. Try some problems and see. We'll leave you with this one. The net resistance of this circuit is given by the harmonic average, or equivalently, compute R by each formula. In the first case, use the reciprocal key. In the second, stack manipulation.